in Wartable, what we do is there is this list um, button on the left. Then you click it, and then you can copy paste your list there. I think we have it in our chat. So we just need to scroll a bit, and then you need to copy well, the list from beginning to end, from the list name to the total points thing, and then you just click choose Madra Great Chieftain, and then your list is logged in. And then after this you click the little dice icon on the right, and then on the top you click your name to have it roll under your name, and then we simply roll a d6, and every dice roll will be marked. Good. How you roll on Wartable is basically you press buttons on your keyboard, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you need to roll damage, then you press shift and press the keys. So the normal 2d6, shift 2, and it marks it as damage or hit, so it's easy to follow. Yeah, like that. And the more, then you can roll 3 dice, 4 dice, 5 dice. It's pretty simple, and pretty simple, pretty fast. Now this scenario, I will just put the auras up on these in blue, and we have a flag on the other side. 5, and then cache is 3 inches. Now there are a couple of objectives more than we need, and after we determine first player and second player, there are some that we need to delete, but we will do that. Scoring in Steamroller 23 or 24 is basically you stand in these zones that are measured from, well, actually, okay, caches don't have zones. I'll just delete them. Good. Good. What do you remember of playing Warmachine?
Apart from like the dice rolls, it's like it's usually 2d6, and then if you boost them or if you can
Yeah.
get an extra one.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
also remember that like there was like a maintenance step,
Yes.
and then activations could start.
Yeah. There are three phases. First is the maintenance phase, where you do your fires, corrosions, and basically, and there are vengeance attacks. Some trolls have them. Then is the control phase, where you allocate your focus and collect your fury, upkeep your spells, and do your ambushes if you have them. And after that, it is the activation phase where you do, well, everything else. That's the big part of the turn. Just a moment. So basically, um, let's check out the terrain. Uh, Top left is tall grass. Tall grass is a piece of rough terrain, and small and medium bases get concealment, a defense against shooting when inside. So we have two pieces of tall grass. We have storm forest. Forest is uh, is a rough terrain which blocks line of sight if you are on the opposite side of the forest, and everyone can see 3 inches into the forest and 3 inches out of the forest. But if you are on the opposite sides and not inside the forest, then basically no matter how wide the forest is, even if it's half an inch wide, you cannot see each other. And the storm thing is an additional effect. It means that flying models lose flight when crossing the forest. So, but we don't have those, so that does not affect us. But there are a lot of armies that have flying models. They don't like these forests, or this storm can be added to basically any other terrain type, uh, and then it becomes stormy. It's just an additional effect. Then we have a house here on word table. If you click your mouse and hold it, then it makes such a blink. This is a house. This is an obstruction. It hides every base. I think we have 50 millimeter bases are the largest. Then these two these two terrain here are normal shallow waters, nothing fancy. Then we have acid baths. Acid baths are also shallow waters, but if you go through it, so shallow water is a rough terrain, and some models get some additional effects from it because it's a water. Acid bath additionally gives you a corrosion continuous effect. It does not damage you when you enter right away, but next turn if you don't remove it. And acid, and then we have a cloud. A cloud is very similar to a forest. It is not rough terrain, but it still blocks line of sight from one side to the other, uh, like the forest. But if you are inside the cloud, then you can see to the other side infinitely far, not 3 inches like in the forest. So, but I will explain everything as we go. Let's see. So basically, I wrote a 5, I think, for starting row, and then I will go first. You will go second. And then you can pick the side of the table you want because you are second. Also, you get a bigger deployment zone than mine, so it's gonna be pretty good. Now, second player has, I think, a big advantage. So, which side are you picking, top or bottom?
I guess I will go with bottom.
Just you are quite quiet. Can you? Uh,
My mic is on the max.
hmm.
The weird thing is, people tell me I'm always really quiet, but like in the settings for my headset and on the settings for Discord, I'm at
Yeah,
max all the time.
yeah. Sometimes it's like that. Now I could hear you better. So just pick a side and we will see. We will
I'll
tin
just I'll pick this side.
bottom side. All right.
Yeah.
And now I will click on the deployment icon. It has a little bus icon, and then I select my base color. I will take yellow if you don't mind. I will take top, and then I will click deploy, and that will deploy my whole army at the top. And then you do the same, click this deploy icon, and then you pick exactly, and it also generates your thing. So I deploy at the 6-inch line. Let's see, we have scouts. I will not ambush the scouts. Let's see, scouts should have advanced deployment, right? Let's check them out. Yes, they have. So they don't deploy now, they will deploy later. Then we have Jarl, he will go in the middle. We have two lights and there and there. We have the Femblade kit car, and then we have the Femblades. They will go somewhere here, and I'm just moving my cards, and I am deployed, so you can also deploy yours. You are deploying at 11 inches in Steamroller 24. But one more thing we need to do, we need to thin out these caches. So I am player 1, so I will delete cache player 2 on my side. And you are player 2, so I will delete cache player 1 on your side. After that, there are the flags. How the flags work is that you need to choose a piece of terrain that is within 5 inches of the flag, and that terrain will be an objective terrain piece. So I will, let's see, I will unpin my flag and I will mark this acid bath as my piece of the terrain. Now on your side, your flag, the blue, you have 4 pieces of terrain which are within 5. So you can pick one of these terrains to be your objective terrain that scores you points. It's usually better to pick one that is nearer to you, and I would pick this forest here because that's a
Oh,
bit
I can't move it.
the flag. You need to click the flag, click edit model, and then there is a little check mark there that says pin,
Okay, pinned.
and then you unpin it and then you move it. So I would pick that terrain. And how you score a flag, objective terrain with this flag, is that you need to have 2 models of any type within 2 of that forest, and then you score it. And I contest it at 2 inches. So if I am not in 2 inches from that forest, then you score it. And I also do my acid bath in a similar fashion. In the middle we have these caches. Cache is like a small treasure chest. If you go with the model base to base with the cache, my cache, you need to sacrifice your action, and then you pick it up, you score 1 victory point, and then the cache disappears. So that's once per game. And then these objectives are, let me see, these objectives are 30 millimeter objectives. That means they are scored by solos or your warcaster. If they stand in this 3-inch bubble and no one is contesting it, then you are scoring it. And basically
Okay.
that's all. This scenario is pretty slow, I think, and also our armies are pretty slow, so it's gonna be very a bit strange to play, but we will see how good we can cover our scenario. So, do you have any questions?
Not at the moment. I'm
Okay.
just checking on my list. So I have it up on screen, basically.
So let me know when you are ready and then we can start. So you just deploy your army on the 11-inch line. There is
Hmm.
marked there, and then you are good to go. Your war beasts need to stay inside your control range, and if you click your warlock, then you can put an aura on him to have it always um, visible. Jar's Cult has a control range of 12, for example.
Cool. Um, my fires out. Run. Breakthrough. Infiltration. Power shell. Oh,
Oh,
cool.
and yeah, after you are deployed, I need to deploy my scouts as advanced deploy, and then you need to deploy your scouts as advanced deploy. I'm just checking the scouts rules, what they have. Mark target prowl. Hmm, they are pretty cool now. They were pretty useless before, but uh, oh, they are kind of nice. Speed 7 even. So are you deployed?
Uh, Apart from my scouts, yeah. I just. How much further is it on the scouts?
Uh, you need to deploy your people on the 11-inch line. So it's oh,
When you say 11 on the 11-inch line, do you mean like
well,
behind it? You can't go any
yeah,
further
well
in it, or
behind it because your warlock and your beasts are not touching that line. The Fenbait kit car is also back. So
I
the
mean,
only model
according
that
to
is
the deployment like ray thing, I am behind 11-inch.
come again?
So on the like graph on the graph thing,
Yeah,
it says behind 11-inch.
yeah. So you can move them up as touching if you check out my deployment line on a 6-inch line. You see that everyone is touching that line, so they can run up as far as they can. So you need to check out the scenario, and for example, you have your objective there. You will need to prepare, for example, your Fenblade kit car will need to be on that right side of the field to score your own objective because that's very important. If you are moving units, if you double click on one of the models, then it selects the whole unit and then you can move them as a block. So that's better, but but the scouts will deploy to the 13-inch line. So if you are done with your deployment, then I would
Yeah.
deploy my scouts at the 9-inch line because it's deployment plus 3. So that is so advanced deployment gives you the possibility to react to your opponent's deployment, and now you deploy your scouts at the 13-inch line. No,
You said
14-inch
it's
line,
plus
14,
three, right?
14. plus 3, exactly.
So that would be at the 14-inch line.
Yeah, yeah. They increased the deployment for player 2 to 11, and I'm just good. Now, I think we are deployed. The flag terrains are marked, so I will click done, and then I will start running towards the middle of the table. Now, how run works for normal models, for units, and for solos is they just run. They have their speed, and they add 5 to it. Before it was double speed, now it's always speed plus 5 for running, and speed plus 3 for charges. And my fan blade kit car will just run 11 to here, prepares himself for scoring some. I'm just thinking about your scouts, and then the scouts don't have assault anymore. Your speed is 7, 10, 1 inch, 11 inch, so I can move my scouts um, to be 7. I can run them 12 to there, for example, like this, like this. So unit movement Mark 4 is different. You measure out one model's run, and then you place the other models within 2 inch of it. This is the big change from other editions, and it's a bit confusing for people who played in other editions. So, and the other unit will also, well, first I know that I need to cross that rough terrain, and Jarl has a spell, so I will just put it with a widget, large token, and it will be
Oh,
there. I will put, let's see, we will put quicken on the axer, and we will put okay, tactical supremacy on here. Then Jar has spent all his fury. He's at 0, and now he can run. This is also a change from previous editions. You can cast your spells with your warlock and then run. So he will just run 11 inches to the front. There, this impaler, speed 5, runs 10, like so. And the Axer now has quicken, the spell, which means +2 speed and defense against ranged. So he is speed 7. He can run 12. He will just run here, and because if he wants to cross the rough terrain, it would take, well, basically I can do that. So this guy has 1 fury, and then the Axer will, let's see, he still has the rush animus, I guess. Yes, he will cast his animus for 2 and then run for 1. So he will have Pathfinder and +2 speed. So he actually can run quite far. Speed 5, 10, and then 14 with Pathfinder because he is good like that. And then Quicken is here. tactical supremacy is here, and well, secrets is on these fan blades, and these fan blades will run 11. And then place the rest of the gang here, 2 inches from the model that has moved. There and there. And they have this well secrets. Let's see what else does it give. Pathfinder and Prowl. Yeah, no Prowl. So this is my turn. And then your turn starts. And you can run your army up and see what happens.
Okay. Well, I guess I move my scouts first. So I'm not going to run.
Now you cannot stand on that objective, so need to move it a bit. But now you have a couple of models in range because you have a ranged attack with your scouts. It is range 6.
Mm-hmm.
So the front guy.
Okay. Scouts. Yeah. Hold on. So he's not in range. No, so just the front guy.
Well, the front guy and this number 1 guy.
He's not in range.
Yeah, if you click him, the guy
Yeah.
directly in front of him on top is exactly 6 inches. So number 1 can shoot my number 2, and your number 2 can shoot both my number 2 and number 1.
Okay, so I'm popping an aura of 6.
Well, you really don't need to, because if you click on your model, it on the other models it shows exactly the distance between them. So if you click your number 2 scout, it will
Yeah.
show you exactly how far my models are from him. 5.2 and 5.3, so you know, but you can do it with an aura too if you.
And so in that sense, I could only hit 2. I can't hit 1. It's beyond 6 inches.
Well, with number 1 you cannot hit my number 1, but with your number 2 you can hit both of my front scouts.
Yeah, number 2 can hit both. Number 1 could only hit number 2, and
Yeah,
number 3 can't hit anything.
yeah, exactly.
So I guess.
So you basically start with number 1
Yeah.
because he only has 1 target, and then try
Mm-hmm.
to hit it. If you kill it, then number 2 has the other target. So your rat range attack stat is 5. The scout's defense is 13, so you need to roll an 8 to hit. But you have mark target, but mark target is within 5, so it's just out. Otherwise you would have rat 7, because mark 1, scout number 1 would get a bonus from scout number 2.
Mm-hmm.
But because scout number 2 is outside of 5, you don't get the bonus, so you need to roll the hard 8 against number 2. So try that, and we will see what happens. Oh, you hit. Perfect. Now you check your power. Your power is 10. My armor is 13, so you need to roll a 4 to kill me. You did it, and because trolls have tough, I now roll a d6. It's a 4, so it's not successful. So number 2 dies. I deleted him. So you now have number 2,
Okay.
who can shoot at number 1.
Yeah.
That does not
Misses.
hit. That's an 11. Good. Okay. Who goes next?
Uh, I suppose my Trollkin Impaler.
Mm.
Troll, troll, Troll Impaler.
Yeah, Trollkin are the humanoids, and the trolls
Yeah.
are the blood trolls. They are stronger, but not that smarter. The Axer is
Oh no,
hitting
wait, that's
people in
the
the.
Axa. Whoop.
If you don't know where he stood, you can turn on deployment lines and place him back to 11 inches. But yeah, so the Trollkin Impaler has an Animus that can extend his range by 3. So
Fast track.
exactly, and he's range 10, he can be range 13, he's speed 5, so 18 inches of threat.
He problem is where I moved him. He's not in. He wouldn't be in range of anyone.
Yeah, not
So
yet,
I
but
guess.
next turn.
Yeah. So I guess he just runs.
Yeah. The Femblade Kit Car, I think he's a speed 6 with reach, if I remember his correctly, exactly. Speed 6 with reach, so he can charge 11 inches, and if I put Quicken on him, then he can charge 13 inches, but he's just one model, so and he will damage, but he will not kill your Impaler for sure. And also, if I want to charge, then I need to go this way. Yeah, with 9. Yeah, I would need to have Quicken to go 11 inches like this to reach you. So this is possible. We will see. So, but basically, in my list, because Jarl is the way he is, he makes his army quick because he has that speed spell. It's just something that you need to.
I think I will leave it, and I'm gonna have Fenblades run first. Speed 6, so one is going to run.
Yep. Just be careful that the guy you are moving needs to. You can and you can stop there and then move further. So War Table is pretty good with measurements like that. And now you need to be careful, but basically you really have no other choice. Now you just place the rest of the unit within 2 inches, so you don't need to check their movement paths. So you can place it also in front of him, however you like. They just all need to be within 2 inches. Good.
And he's just going to move that. I'm going to move Mudrak there,
Hmm.
and honestly, for this game, I think it's the only useful spell he actually has. Uh, where is it?
He has Battle Lust now or
Yeah,
something like.
positive charge.
Hmm.
Uh,
The problem
yeah,
with positive charge that it needs to go on one of your war beasts, I think, and then you need to run that war beast.
it just says target friendly cohort model.
Exactly. Cohort are your war beasts in your battle group. So let's say you cast it on your Axer before the Axer ran away, because now the forest is between you and you cannot see him. Uh, it, but let's say that you cast this, so you can click your Axer, add effect, and then type in positive charge. The problem is here is that the Axer is in a pretty bad position, because the positive charge, how I've seen it used, that the Axer must get into the middle of the army to extend that bubble where your other models get. But yeah, yes, sure, add
I
positive
mean,
charge to the Axer, and you will
the I
see.
mean the Impaler would get the same thing.
Yeah, but the Impaler shoots and the Axer, but whatever, whichever you like. I'm just giving some tips. Impaler can get it as well, but then you need to charge him in to spread out that bonus to damage.
So spells still need line of sight. They can't just
If
be
if
anything in the
if you
control
if they are
range.
saying target, then you need line of sight. Some spells don't need to target, then they say choose model in your control zone or something, but uh, they usually need a target. So that's the problem. But if you move Madrak, for example, here, and we put an aura of 3, let's see, if you move him like here, then with the aura of 3 he can draw line of sight to that Axor, for example. But let's say you simply cast that spell before everyone moved. You move Madrak first, and that's it. So that's not an issue. It's just yeah, order of activation and getting used to casting your
But
spells first turn.
so wait. Before I do that, it says it lasts a turn. Does that mean I could cast it and it like genuinely wouldn't do anything until my next turn?
Just a moment. No, no, no. It does not last a turn. It's an upkeep spell. You cast it once. A positive. Uh, just a moment. Trollbloods. United Crews. I just calling up Madrak's card. Positive charge. Oh, it's a turn. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was an upkeep. No, then you basically need to cast it when you send the beast in. You cannot cast it before. I thought it was an upkeep. So then spell piercer. Yeah, basically you really don't need it. You have your
Okay.
protective aura on
So
Madrak.
then
That's great.
another question:
Yeah.
for forcing war beasts, do
Yes.
they then need to also be in my line of sight?
No. No. They
No.
only need to be in your control range. And for example here,
Okay.
both of your war beasts ran, so you click them and you click plus on their fury, so they have one fury each for running, and then Madrak needs to spend 2 fury, so he can after that take in that fury, so their war beasts are not frenzying. So basically you add them here, and then when you move Madrak, you basically just spend 2 fury. Madrak has a protective aura, which is great. It's always on, and you can spend fury from yourself. You can just discard it if you don't want to do a spell. So
Hmm.
that's what
Um.
you could also do is basically now I think you could use Madrak's feet, because we are very close together. Next turn, most of my army can reach your army. So because you have this defensive feat, rallying cry, it's called, it gives you 4, 5, 6 stuff, and then you cannot become knocked down. You can roll 4, 5, 6 stuff on your models, and then uh, you can move 3 inches when you survive an attack. So they are that's pretty cool. I would suggest that you do your feat now because the we are getting so my femblades, my scouts are all in range of your army, and
Yeah,
basically they can do they could probably wipe out your both your scouts and both your femblades. So it's better to do the feat now, I would say.
I think I might also just swap the positions of
Yeah,
my
sure.
Impaler and my AXA.
That's also good. So,
So
will you use your feet or not? And
yeah.
all right, good. So now my turn starts. Um, if you had damaged one of my femblades, I would have uh, a vengeance move, but you did not, so they don't get it. And now in the control phase, I have 3 fury on my axer and 1 on my impaler. So I take in 4 fury, and to have my 6, I need to cut myself for 2, and now I
Hmm.
have 6 because there are too few beasts to generate. So I have, and this is called leeching. I have taken every fury. Jarl is ready. I need to check how he pays for his upkeeps, but unfortunately it seems that he does not have any discounts, so I need to spend 1, 2, 3 fury to keep my spells in play. So I am down to 3 fury with Jarl, but the spells are pretty cool, so we will see what happens. Let's see. We will start. Let's start with our scouts. And my scouts want to charge your scouts. The way I do it is just move one of my scouts. Yeah, they are speed 7. They can charge 10 inches, so they will charge here and charge. Well, basically here we will try to kill one of these guys. Um, Scout number 3 takes a swing at your scout number 3. Their mat is 6, but they have this ability Gang, which gives them +2 to melee attack and melee damage rolls when when the target is engaged by a friendly model from their unit. So their mat goes to 8. So I basically need to roll a 5 to hit this number 3. I roll it, and after that, because this was a charge attack and the charging model moved at least 3 inches, then he will roll an additional die because the charge attack is automatically boosted. So it's a power 10, power 12 because of Gang, and 3
Hmm.
dice. That's a lot. So that number 3 can roll a tough on 4, 5, 6, and if he rolls it, then he can advance 3 inches. So this feat is pretty good. So you roll it, and then you can basically move number 3 simply outside of the melee range. So you just move him, not crossing your own guys, but there is space to go around and not across the base, and then you move it there. Good. Now number 3 has a ranged attack as well, and they have this icon on their sheets that is the second from the right, this
That's
halberd
the.
and the sword.
I did
That's
read about some of the
yeah,
icons. That's the one where you can make a melee attack and a ranged attack at the
yeah,
same
they can
time,
do
right?
both. So he will try with his axe. He will try to get number 3 again. Number 3 has moved outside of Madrak's feet. I think that's 12. He's now outside, so maybe it's easier to kill him if we hit him. Rat is 5. Number 1 has marked target and is within 5 inches. So Rat is now 7. I need to roll a 6 to hit. I rolled it, and then it's a power 10. I need a 4 to damage, and now you get your normal tough on 5 and 6.
No.
4, then we killed that number 3 with the throwing axe. Good.
Oh no, wait, that
I
did
just
not work.
press delete.
There we go.
Good. Number 1 doesn't have anyone in his 1-inch melee range, but he did do a successful charge, so he can continue with his things. So he can do his shot. And he could either target the femblades or target the scouts. We will try the scouts. Number 1 will target number 1. The same thing as before. He's a 5. His friend is marking the target for him, so he's a 7 against 13. It's a 6. It's a 7 hits, and it's a power 10. It's a 16. So because number 1 is in Madrak's control range, you get to roll the improved tough, and then you can move him if you like 3 inches.
I think I'm good.
Good. Okay, this unit is done. We'll just check their abilities. Gangmar, target prowl. They are much better than they were. Good. Okay. Now I want to do my Axer. He wants to charge against the Femblades. Your Femblades. Good. He has Quicken. He is in rough terrain, so he would lose 2 from his movement. Quicken gives him 2, so he can move his 8. He can charge here, for example, like this. And then he has an axe that can do a Thresher special attack, so we would do that. And within 2 inches, he will do an attack against every Fenblade, and that means he will hit the whole first row, and he will hit number 3 in the back, and number 4 is too far away. For this charge, he had to spend 1 fury. So he is Mat 7. They buffed him. Mat 7, you are a 13, so it will hit on 6s. Against number 2, I will just move him and roll him. That hits. Against number 5, it misses. Against number 1, it hits. And against number 3, it hits. So this is a power 14. That means it auto kills them, but you have the 4 up tough. So number 5 was missed, but on the rest you can roll tough checks, and basically you just declare which one are you rolling, and you roll and then move it, and one after the other.
Okay, so 2. Yep.
Yes, it is good.
3. And 1.
Number 1 dies, but the rest have survived. They healed and they can advance 3 inches. So you can basically put them a bit out of because I can with my fury I can buy additional attacks with this Axer. Just a moment. I will just roll 3 damage rolls because I am power 14, you are armor 14, but you get +2 armor from Madrax. So if I roll Snake Eyes, they don't kill. So once, twice, three times, good. None of it is Snake Eyes, just to make everything. So you can advance 3 inches. It's enough to just leave my melee range of 2, so I cannot then buy additional attacks against you. So that's good that way. Good. Now the Axer will continue. He will buy an attack, and he will try to hit number 5. He hits, and not Snake Eyes, so number 5 can now roll 4 up tough. He rolls it, and then he can advance 3 inches. You can advance even towards my lines. It's whatever you like. I don't know if you can get out. No,
Not really,
no.
no.
Well, I will try once more. I will buy my last attack. He's maxed out, so he will try number 5 again. He hit, not Snake Eyes, so he can roll 4 up top again, and then roll, and then move again, I think.
Okay. You're not going to move any other units?
Well, I still have my femblades to charge in, so but yeah, if you spread out your femblades, then um, they are more protected, I think, because my femblades also one model will move, the rest will teleport in, and I need to if my targets are clumped up, then it's good for me because then I can probably hit them all. So you can move them somewhere, but you can leave it there if you like.
I don't mind leaving them like that.
All right. So the Axer is done. What we will try here is Jarl will go, and then he will just walk inside here like this. He will cast spend to move this quicken over to him, and after that he will also declare his feat. He will roll d6, rolling high, but let's see Jarl's feat. Jarl's feat creates clouds, and d3 plus 3, so 6 clouds. I will just put up some clouds. Let's see. Let's put some here, here. This is a defensive feat that sometimes can have other uses, but basically it just uh, protects my army against armies that don't, and all of these clouds needs to be inside. I will just put one cloud here as well, touching this, well, actually here, because this is not a forest, this is tall grass. So this is my feet, and then Jarl, mm, Jarl has 2 shots. He can see through these clouds because they are his feet clouds, and he has a black penny shot type, so he will try that one. And then he tries to shoot Femblade number 5. He hits and he would kill, so you can roll a 4 up tough.
Mhm.
Yes, you rolled it, so you can move this Femblade. What is useful is just move him inside one of my clouds, and if he survives, then he could take his unit for an attack or for a charge across my clouds. Just be careful to not leave Madrak's control range, but you are pretty nearby. Alright. There, and the Jarl has a second pistol. He will try this thing again. Black Penny, ignoring the melee penalty, shooting number 5. Hits power 12, 17. That forces another tough check. And finally he dies, number 5. Good. That was Jarl. And now my Impaler will go. He will cast. Well, actually, he won't. He will just walk a bit until he is in 10 inches from number 2 Femblade, and then he will boost a shot into him. Let's see the Impaler's rules. Impaler has a rat of 6. I rolled a 10, that hits. And I have critical smite, but I did not roll a critical because none of the dice in my roll are the same, 5, 2, and 3. So this will be just a normal damage roll. It's a power 13. You are armor 14, 16. I need to roll a 4 to kill you. I rolled it, but you still get your tough. And roll it, and then you can move that guy.
I don't particularly want to be
If you
honest.
don't want to, then that's fine. Femblade Kitkar will try to charge that Axer here along the forest. He can move 9, 11 inches there. That's enough for me. There, Femblade Kitkar has a mat of 8. So I think the Axer is a 12, so I need a 4 to hit. I hit, and it's a 12 Weapon Master. There is a Weapon Master icon on his sword, so that means he gets an additional die. Additional die are always adding to your damage roll, while boost dice are, you can only have one boost dice. So he gets one boost die from the charge and one from Weapon Master, so he's rolling 12 plus 4d6. That's 10, that's 22 in total.
Just one question.
Yep.
How much bonus inches do you get from a charge?
I get plus 3, and I have the quicken on myself. That's why
Okay,
he's
cool.
so fast.
No, I'm not questioning that. I was more just.
Charge is your speed plus 3.
Yeah, cool.
So basically it's 22, your armor is 17, it's 19 with Madrak's aura, so it will do 3 damage to you, and it goes into column 4. The damage, if you roll damage with the shift, and it will automatically add the column even if you don't need it. So 3 points to the column 4.
4.
Uh, the more effective way to do it, if you click any beast, you press the dash key on your keyboard or at the edge of the numpad, and then you enter how much, and then which column, and then you can enter really quickly damage if you are need to do 10 or more, or 7, 8. It can be done very quickly. The kit car has one more attack, so he tries to hit on a 4, he gets it, and it's 12 dice minus 7. It's going to be 4 points to the 2.
4 points.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's the kit car done. Jarl has gone, and now we only have the fen blades left. Let's do
so
come again?
quick, first question on the 2.
Yeah.
I I only have like two dots into, and then it would go into the base ones. Do I fill in the rest of mine,
Oh
or
yeah,
do I?
with the number two column, you go uh, one, two, and then the big one and the big one. And if when you are filling that up, then you would continue in three. So basically, that's how you. It's a damage spiral on the card.
Yeah, I
It's a
know, but
bit
I
better here.
remember when you do a certain amount of damage in each spiral, it will cause
Yeah,
the beast not to.
it will always continue to the next number. So it will, but the ends of column one and two are connected, and the columns the ends of three and four are connected, and and
Yeah,
so on
yeah.
and so on.
That much I know. It's
Yeah.
my. I was going to ask with now that those center dots are filled in. Does that mean that my war beast is disabled, or do you need to fill in column one as well?
Well, how it works is, well, if you lose all your hit boxes, you die. If all your minds, the one marked with M, if your mind is damaged completely, for example, I will click one, two, three, then war table will put up this M out thing. That means that you roll one less dice on your attack rolls. If your body,
Okay.
column 3 and 4, is completely wiped out, then you roll one less die on your damage rolls, and then you have your spirit, the S system. If that one is completely gone, then you cannot force your beast, so that means you cannot put fury on it to charge, to buy attacks, to boost, all the fun stuff. And trolls also have regeneration on their
Yep. That
beasts, so you need to spend one fury, but then you can regen your columns. But you did not lose anything, so you are
no,
good.
yeah, that's fine. Is just so I know.
Yeah, good. Okay, fanbase kit car is there. It's feeling fine, and then I will just move my other fan blades. I will not charge them in. I will move them here to the asset pool to score it, but not this time, but at something like this at the end of your turn, because I am first player. So they are just securing that objective terrain there, and I have done everything in my power to do some damage to you, and I did some, but not as much uh, as I hoped for, because the feet and the armor are working pretty great. So now it's your turn, and you start your turn with vengeance, because your fanblades have vengeance, and that resolves in the maintenance phase. So each of your fanblade models can move 3 inches, and after that every fanblade model can attack one enemy model.
Okay. So I could move them in.
Yeah, it would be, yeah, it would be good to just step into the. What you need to be careful of is not going into the forest, because the forest is rough terrain, and it immediately subtracts 2 inches from your movement, so these 3 inches would be only 1 inch moves. But this is fine, and now, for example, you have one fanblade in the cloud. That means he sees through that cloud and sees the things on the other side, which will be very useful for him. So now all three can take a swing at the Axer. Axer's defense 12. You are, I think, mat 7.
6.
Fanblades are 6. Interesting. Good.
Yeah.
So you hit
So
on
I would
sixes.
need a 6.
Yep.
So 2
Yep.
hits.
Hits.
It's power 12. What is its armor?
17. So dice of 5. So 1 point. and then you roll a die to show me which column, or you press on in the 5.
5.
Good. Next guy
So 3
hits
hits.
off 5. That's nothing, and the third guy
No.
that misses. Good. Now,
Now, uh, Madrak leeches the fury from
exactly.
the Axa and the
The impaler.
Impaler.
Yep.
I think I am going to activate Madrak first to move into the rough terrain
Hmm.
so that he can see the. What's the range on his spell?
Range is 6, and what you need to check is the 3
Yeah.
inch line of sight. So maybe you need to go deeper into the forest so to have that 3 inch line emerge at the other side, and that's more than enough. You just
Yeah.
need to have that 3 inch thing touch the edge of the forest, so you can draw a line of sight from Madrak to. So basically, if you want to stay here, this is enough here. That's the
Okay.
position that you can already see your impaler, for example.
Cool. So next with him, then I am going to cast again positive charge
Yep.
on the Axa.
Hmm.
So he has that. And do I want to cast his
If you want the
any
Axer,
of the
then
other
it's a
spells?
bit here, like this.
Yeah.
Just
No, but I do have a spear.
sure, sure. I just
Range is
want to
8.
put out the laser widget just to uh, sh show you. So line of sight to the Axer is here, for example, here, and that's why you need to well, exactly like this, to have the 3 inch line so you can see. So you mark the positive charge on the Axer, and then you have a spear, and then you need to check out the 3 inch bubble around you, how far you can see into the forest. For example, if you rotate this thing to my Axer, then you can see that the 3 inch does not reach, so you don't see my Axer through the forest. And but you, what's the range on the spear?
8.
8. All right. So you don't see the Axer from that position, but that's not that bad because the Axer is in melee, so he's defense 16, so it's a bit hard to hit.
What about the Chris car?
The Femblade kit car?
Yeah.
Well, my kit car, you also, if you if you draw a line of sight uh, to him, crap. But basically, from here, I just need to zoom out to here. Let's say that's the line of sight to there. Then you need to go into this position approximately here to have your 3 inch emerge from the forest, which you can still do because you are standing there with the 4 inch. You can stay there, and then if you are in the forest there, then you can shoot the kit car if you like.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, the kit car is defense. Let's see. Okay, the Femblade kit car is defense 13. Quicken gives him +2 against shooting. That's defense 15, and he is in melee with the Axer. That gives him 4. That will give him 19. Your Madrak is a rat of 7, so you need a
Yeah.
roll a 12 to hit him, which is not that easy. But if you cast Spell Piercer, one of your spells, then the weapons of friendly faction model gain blessed and damage type magical. That means blessed means that you ignore spell defensive spell bonuses on my side. If you cast Spell Piercer for 2, then you ignore 2 of my deaths, so you can hit him on a um, boosted 10, or on an
Okay.
unboosted 10 if you want to risk it. So
Yeah, I was going to say because the Throne Spear is already magical,
um,
but
okay, it's
uh,
magical, but it's not blessed.
no, yeah.
And
Okay, I'll spend that, and then I will also spend a Fury for boosting the roll.
exactly, so you need a 10.
Damn.
That's an 8 that misses, but then nothing happens in Mark II, and the shot would get randomized and everything. But now, if you miss, you just simply miss. You still have a reload 1. That means if you spend a Fury, you can try another time, but then you need to roll a 10 with 2 dice, which is not that likely. So it's
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it.
yep.
That's his activation.
All right, but now you have Spell Piercer up, and that affects every model in your control zone, which is pretty good. And you also have positive charge on the Axer, so just click on the Axer and then click Add Effect, and then you can uh, type in positive charge just to have it marked so you don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and basically Majak is done.
Okay. Now, I guess I'll activate the Troll Axer.
Yep,
First, I am going to have him uh, forced to regenerate.
yep.
So
You roll a
roll
d3,
d3
that's 2 points.
to.
No, 1d3, 3 is 3 points. Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to roll to what column, or do
No,
I just choose?
when you heal any field you like. So you can
Okay.
pick any fields you want to heal. So if you are lacking
Okay.
two
I'll just.
columns, you can heal 2 points, and then you are back to fully functional. That is the power of the Horde beasts, and that is why they are more expensive than warjacks usually.
Mm,
Good. And then
uh.
the Axer can walk and hit that kit car. He cannot charge currently because he is engaged by me, but you can walk.
Wait. Hold on.
You just press X and then start
What's
again.
what is the range on the Troll Axis?
Axer has a 2-inch range, and if you
So
click on
I
him,
don't even need to move.
no, but it would be better to move a bit up, kill that kit car, and then next turn, for example, if you are, for example, here, you could move here, kill that kit car, and then next turn you can start charging into my flag there and everything, and start pushing into my lines. If you are just standing here and hitting, then that's better for me, because then you are keeping your distance with a melee model, and I have my guns, I can shoot you. But if you are slowly and
That fairs. I get it.
yeah, yeah. And also,
There.
if you want to score this storm forest, you need to be within 2. That's now perfect, and if you keep your impaler, then at the end of your turn you will score that forest for 1 point, so that will be good.
Yeah.
This is turn 2. I just
I am then going to. What is Fury 3? Okay, I'm going to force him again to add
well,
a boost
well,
to
you don't need
his.
to boost because your mat is 7. You have
Yeah.
positive charge, that's 9. The kit car is 13. You will hit me on a 4 with 2 dice. So
Okay.
that's very easy to hit. Yep, you
Yep.
hit, and then your power
Is 14.
14. It's 16 with positive charge.
Yep. What's your armor?
The kit car has an armor of 14, so dice plus 2. So on a 6, I must roll a tough check.
Okay.
Yep, let's see the tough check. 1, no, he dies. The kit car is gone. Good. I will just delete these lasers. And the quicken
So that it's
is gone.
his activation.
What
I.
you could do is force him just once more or twice, or, for Madjak to have enough fury for next turn, because Madjak needs to collect 5 fury next turn to be at full,
Mhm.
and that
Could
is
I can I force regeneration multiple times?
no, regeneration is only once.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it says yeah, it says once per activation, but you can just force a beast anytime to just put any number of fury points on it. So the
Mhm.
safe bet is to have uh, 2 on it, because if Madrak needs to transfer damage from himself, he needs to spend a fury, but he can only transfer damage into beasts that are not full.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Yeah.
safe to have both of your
I
beasts
will
at 2 and
rile
2.
him. Uh, Impaler, let's see, range of 10, and I can add 13. Can't shoot through tall grass. Um,
You can also check out your command cards. I'll just move them closer to you to see
yeah,
what or everything. So you can use 2 command cards a turn, and one model can receive 1 command card. Some are pretty good. So I think infiltration gives you stealth. Power swell gives you 1 extra fury, and hit and run gives you reposition 3, and breakthrough gives you unstoppable. So those are all good to have in your back pocket, as
I mean,
thing.
I was going to ask of could I run with a war beast and then force it to make an additional attack?
No, because if you run, then at the end of the run it ends your activation. So you will always, if you want to attack, you need to either trample or charge. And these troll light beasts don't have the ability to trample. So you have to have a target for your charge and then do a charge. So unfortunately you cannot run up and then attack. Sometimes other
I
models can make you do attacks, and then sometimes you run your model into position and then the other model will make them do some attacks, but uh, that
I
is
was more just thinking I don't want to be using my uh troll impaler to be shooting through the tall grass at your warlock.
well, the tall grass does nothing pretty much. so you can take a shot on him, because if you would move your impaler, um, you can give him far strike if you like. If you are out of range. If you are in range, then you don't need to. No, you are in range. Tall
I'm in
grass
range.
is completely, it's completely see-through. The objective is completely see-through, so you can target my caster and you just boost. And if you crit me with your critical smite, then it's a pretty nice. It will
Mm,
do me a knockdown. You can boost the damage, so it's fine.
okay,
It's,
I think I will definitely do that and boost.
yeah, you are a rat 6. I'm a 15, so you hit on a 9. That's yeah, a bit below average, but it's always one
I
short.
I I am famously bad with dice rolls.
Yeah, well, this is
Like
just the
it,
game for it.
yeah. Well, no, no, it gets worse. Like so, in a game of 40k,
Yeah.
it's playing Custodes
Oh,
mm,
I
on
heard
20.
about them that they are super armored, but then if you roll your ones, then it's bad.
Uh, so basically, they're a super elite army.
Yeah.
So they will have like the third of the models of any other army,
Mm,
but those models could, in theory, potentially take out units by themselves.
yeah. If you roll saves.
So yeah, so well they save on everything on a 2-up, and they hit on anything on a 2-up,
Mm, so I
unless there
think
are
I think I
modifiers.
think I know the end of this story.
I rolled 26 attacks, and I succeeded on 2.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, good dice rolling is needed in all dice games. So, you missed.
Um.
That's. I think the Impaler cannot shoot twice. No, he cannot. So he can. He should put one more fury on himself
Yeah.
in his anger. So you will have almost Madrak almost full.
I feel like I remember they used to have reload.
The Impaler?
I like I no I can't remember.
Maybe.
I feel like I remember that being a thing. I have the old card around here somewhere in my actual
The
house as
bomber,
well.
the troll bomber had reload, but I'm not sure. I think the Impaler did not have it. I think
Maybe.
no, definitely
I don't know.
no.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, no. Uh, he just yeah, no more shots. So that's fine there. And what happens here is, for example, your Impaler is slightly out of position to score your forest. But because you are range 10, I would advise you to pull him back a bit and
Use the animus.
well, actually, no, because you're range 10 and you were
Yeah.
standing 9 inch from Jarl. You can stay
Yeah.
like this, fulfill this scoring need, and then still do this shot which misses. But yeah,
I moved, so don't worry there.
yeah, that's fine. So
Um.
that's or you can, if you see a mistake like this, then the hit and run card, which gives you reposition 3 at the end of your activation, is also very important. So you can correct your mistakes, or usually if you there is a model, for example, at the enemy side taking up space, you charge it, you kill it, and then you use this reposition card to move your model into that space that the model killed was occupying, and then contest or something. All right, we have now. You still have your fan blades to do the
And my scouts and
no,
my
no,
Fenblade Krith car.
yeah. The problem with the fan blade kit car is that I don't think it has line of sight to my Axer, because they are both the same base sizes, and that forest there is tricky. I would just put down
I
a.
I was actually thinking of having him charge the scouts.
That's also fine. I'm just curious. I'm just placing the laser and checking, but basically, yeah, it's well, the laser doesn't need to go from the center. I will just move it to here. I'm just curious, but pretty much that little nook there, it will prevent line of sight here and here. So yeah, no line of sight for the kit car, but you can have the kit car charge the scouts. You just need to be careful because there is a patch of rough terrain before the scouts. So if you touch that, you will lose two inches from your movement. So let's see, he's a 6, he can charge a 9. So he can charge basically 7 through the rough terrain here, like this. So he would not reach them unless you have
Those are
the...
my scouts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Then yeah, with 7 there, come on, 1 more inch. Yeah, exactly with 7 there, uh, running next to the building through the cache and exactly engaging. That would be a good charge. And the Fanblade kit car has a sidestep, which means that if he hits, then he can move 2 inches. But the problem is that you will be on the rough terrain, and then you cannot walk because it reduces your advances by 2 inches. And let me check if the Fanblade kit car can get some Pathfinder somehow, but
I mean, worst case, I can use the hit and run to make him move 3 inches, like there,
yeah, but hit
and then he
hit
just moves directly towards.
the hit and run car gives you reposition, and reposition is at the end of your activation. So it's do your things and then you have a free move at the end. But then after that, you already ended your activation. You cannot do actions after that. So hit and run is very useful and powerful, but you cannot. So it's hit and then run. So it's at the end of your activation. That's the problem with it. But you can charge and kill scout number 1, but you will not be able to go uh, the sidestep um, because it's advanced and you don't have Pathfinder, so it will be an advanced 0. But you can kill one of the scouts, no problem.
What does the unstoppable rule do?
The unstoppable is that you can walk out of melee. I think I played one game um, of 40k in 9th edition, and there I think it was similar that you could take a squad outside of melee, but they then don't do nothing. I think that was the rule. This is similar. If you are engaged and you want to leave, you cannot charge if you're engaged. That's unstoppable does not help there at all. But if you want to walk outside of melee and still do some things, still have your attacks, then you can use that card and make it unstoppable, and then you can leave melee ranges without penalty and then still get your attack. So it's pretty useful, but because charges are blocked by engaging and the unstoppable does not interact with that at all, it's not as useful in those instances, but still it's pretty good for shooting models mostly to just walk outside of engagement and still get their attacks. So let's see. Merchant does not have unstoppable. Does my Jarl have unstoppable? Nope. Okay, so what does the kit car do?
Hold on. Wait, no, that's not.
Well, the kit car would need to charge in there because your objective needs to be scored by a Warcaster or a solo. So the kit car in there where we proxied him before is a good position. You just need to kill one more scout to score your objective.
Yeah. I'm also just wondering about if my scouts should just try and kill your scouts.
Uh, they could, if they stand and aim, they get uh, +2 to their range attack roll. They do mark target for each other, so they are scouts. Scouts. Troskin scouts are rat 5. Mark target would put them to rat 7, aiming to rat 9. So you would need to roll 4s to hit, which is pretty easy. And then they could basically do their shots and wipe out, or you could do a charge. Still, and with the charge, still you can throw your you can still throw your axes and then take some melee attacks, but then you will need to hit on a 6 with the shots, and on a 5 with uh, with your melee
I
attacks.
think I will just aim and shoot.
Yep. Who shoots whom?
2 is going to shoot 1. 1 is going to shoot 3.
All right. You don't need to declare everything at once, so you can just say 2 shoots 1, and then depending on the outcome, then you can declare number
Okay.
one's shot. Okay, that's bad. So number 1, I think he should shoot number 3 because the kit car can reach number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So better not take away his target. So number 1 should try number 3.
And this is where I roll another snake eyes.
Yep.
Okay, apparently not.
You hit, and you are power 10, so you need a 4 to kill. It succeeds. I will roll tough. It's tough, but it's knocked down. And if you are knocked down, then you cannot roll tough checks anymore. So the scouts are done, and now the kit car can swoop in with his move 7 because he touches that piece of rough ground. But there is exactly uh, a perfect spot where he moves exactly 7, and he can reach number 1. I think we did it before like this, and then he has 2 swings against him. You are melee 8, I am a 13, so on 5 2 times. First attack on 5, it hits perfectly. It's a 12 weapon master. I'm a 13, so it's auto kills me. I will roll a tough check. It's a tough. I am knocked down, but then your second attack will auto hit and auto kill me because it's knocked down. So number 1 dies, but number 3 is unfortunately still there and contesting this objective. And then you have your fan blades doing things there.
Okay. Da-da-da. So, I'm going to roll for 2 first.
Okay.
So, rat 6 against defense
Yeah, on
is
6s.
cool. Gotta open that.
That hits.
Hits.
It's dice -5.
It's. Sorry?
Dice -5 is the
That's
damage.
-5. Right, okay.
It's 1 point to the
Number 3 hits. 3 damage.
Yep. You just press shift when you're rolling damage, and then it will roll the column where it needs to go. So roll.
Left or right shift? Because I've been pressing left shift and nothing happened.
Oh, it works for me. Left shift
Mm,
and the number. Good. But then you can roll it separately. Just press one to roll one die, and then press it twice because you did two times damage. So in column two, column four. So column 2 and column 4 takes 3 damage. Okay, and the last one hits
It's
and it's off 5.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
1 to the 1. Good. And that will be, I think that will be the end of the round, right?
Mhm.
And now scoring. I will score on my objective and I will score on my acid bath. That will put me at 2, and you will score on your forest, which will give you one. I will just bring these into view here. Good. How scoring works is uh, you need to have 3 more than your opponent, but after your opponent's turn. So no matter how much I would score in my turn, um, you would still get a full turn before the points are calculated. So my turn starts, these feet cloud disappear, turn is 3. My fan blades are not damaged, so they don't get vengeance. And then let's see what we can do. We will collect fury, one, two, three from the axer, 1, 2, 3, and one from the impaler. 1, and I will cut myself for 1, so I have 6. And then let's see if what kind of, we have Wealth Secrets here, Quicken is gone, Tactical Supremacy there. Yeah, we will upkeep these two. So I am at 4. No vengeance. Let's see. So those two models are taking that forest. That is good, but it also um, takes some forces from you outside the game, which is good. Madrak has 1 fury, but he's very, very tanky. I don't think I could try to kill him. So we basically need to do some things. Hmm, let's see, that guy. This scout will just stand up from his knockdown and he will try to throw an axe on number 1. He has 5, I need an 8. He misses and then he's sad. After that, let's see. Let's see. Jarl. Jarl. Jarl will uh, aim. He will choose Black Penny. And then he will shoot at number 2 Femblade here.
Mhm.
Hits and then tries to... Your 16 armor, I need a 5. I will boost that because it's very important. That forces a tough check on number 2.
Nope.
Okay, he dies. Jarl will uh, go Swift Hunter from his ability because he killed the model. He will shoot at number... Let's see. Let's see the line of sight here. I will just be a bit closer to my objective here, like this.
Does
So
he ignore the? Does he ignore line of sight for friendly models?
no, but I can see him here,
No.
like
Okay.
this.
Cool. Okay, cool.
So I will take the second shot against number 4. I hit. I will also boost here and try to kill him. You can roll a tough check, and that succeeds, and then he can just Swift Hunter back like this. There. My Axer will try to do this thing. He will just walk here and here to your cache, and he will sacrifice his action to steal that treasure, taking my control points to 3, but then he cannot do anything else. My Femblades will still camp that acid bat, so to score something, and it would be good to contest your zone, but I really don't see a way to do that. Let's see. Femblades are there. We still have our Impaler. Hmm. Let's. The Impaler will try to kill your kit car. Let's try. He will move there. He will boost and tries to hit the kit car. I need a 7 that hits, and then he will boost the damage. It's a 13. You are a 14. You are a 16 minus 3. I need an 11 to kill him. That's only 10, so he is on 1 box because of Madrak's aura. Right? I think I calculated everything correctly. Yes, he is a 13, so he is at 1. He has tactical supremacy, so he will just walk a bit. Uh, he will just walk a bit here, like this. Tactical supremacy, and these guys will just stay there camping, and that's my turn basically. So at the end of the round, I will score 1 point for my acid bat, 1 point for my objective, and you will score 1 point for your forest and not score your objective. So it's over to you again. Your surviving Fenblade has a vengeance move. I would suggest that he basically, it's better to move him outside of the Axer, to have him move him towards me. That's better. Move him towards me to be unengaged, and then after that he can walk up and contest my objective where my warlock is. He could charge into my Femblade unit and then contest my forest there, and do such things. For example, so it's usually with vengeance it's better to just get, because vengeance moves do not affect your combat actions, so you can walk outside of melee and then be free to charge anywhere. That's a big help. Madrak now will pull in the fury from these two beasts, so he will be at 5, and if he cuts himself he can be at 6, and
I'm good to be at 5.
then he needs to decide how he wants to continue this game. What he can, well, basically the scenario difference is pretty big, so you would need to contest 2 and score 2, but then I will score again. So I think at this point you need to consider going for the assassination, but it's not that easy to do because I have 2 transfers. But still, if you, let's see, the Axer can charge with a charge. He threatens 10 inches, and the Impaler could shoot. I'm thinking, and
I
Madrak can also
overall, I
shoot.
don't think I'm going to win the game.
Well,
I didn't
you
think
you
I
you
was going to win the game
well
when I
you
started.
you could try the assassination. So what you have is you would have one femblade charge. If
Yeah.
you
No, I understand what the assassination is. The problem with that is I would need Madrak to finish him off because, as from what I understood of the new rules, only warlocks can kill other warlocks.
no
Well,
no no
and
no no
warcasters,
Th-
that
no
sort of
that
thing.
that is that is an extra rule. Normal rules. If your warcaster dies, you lose. But there is a beginner-friendly mode, um, which I completely forgot, but there is in the rules, which is called, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically says exactly that the warlock needs to kill the other warlock, so that is good for beginners to play, that they can push their leaders closer to the front, and even if they are beaten down, if the if it doesn't happen to be exactly like that, they will not lose. But in a normal game, uh, what what you can do here, what I would do, is basically the Femblade kit car is too far away, but for example, Madrak can cut himself for one, go to 6 Fury at the beginning of the turn,
So
that's fine.
before you go on that, the the leader can only take out leader is an optional rule.
Yes, 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 yes.
Ah,
So,
well, that's actually very disheartening because part of the reason why I stopped 10 years ago was the obnoxious character sniping that everyone would do.
oh, well, in the
Because, like, whenever I dropped in a game or like started a game, everybody just had character sniper scenarios. Didn't matter what the scenario was. Everyone just went, "No, I'm just going to kill your character," and then the game is won.
it's not that easy to do assassinations, I think. Nowadays, it's rarely happens because everyone plays so carefully. But you can ask your opponent to play this other mode, but in the in the competitive scene, assassinations are still work like before. But what they changed in Mark III is that focus on the casters works differently. It does not add to your armor anymore, but it enables you to spend a focus and reduce the incoming damage by 5. So basically, if you have three focus on it, it's like having 15 extra hit points. So it's pretty protecting. But it would be good to do the assassination and to calculate it through. So what you can do here is basically move Madrak a bit. I think he's speed 6, he can move 4. Move him somewhere like this.
He is
Uh,
speed 6, yeah.
he can move into in the forest. Have him cast positive charge on the Axer, because the Axer cannot charge my caster, is too far away, but he can run, and then after he runs, he will spread that positive charge bonus around, and when this Femblade charges in, it will have a better chance of hitting. So Madrak can walk there, cast positive charge, then he can shoot my caster 2 times because he has one spear, and then he can reload once more. Range is 8. Let me check.
Hmm.
So from that position, so positive charge is 2, and then he has 4 fury to fully boost. Well, to boost 2 shots into Jarl. Well, if you miss, then Jarl has a dodge, but maybe you won't miss because you are Rat 7. You hit me on a boosted 8. That's pretty reliable. And then have the Impaler shoot him once, and then have the Axer run in, give the bonus and then have the Femblade charge him, and if you land all those attacks, it, you have a chance to kill my caster. So that's the way to do it. If you are losing the game, you can try assassinating the caster. So, but just to be clear, before you invest your time into the game, that normal assassinations, just like before, are in the game, but they are, I in my feeling, they are more rare than before, because focus and fury works the same. You just transfer the complete damage over to your beast, but focus, I think it protects more than before. So before, if you had 1-2 focus on you, it would add 1 or 2 armor. It would not be that much, and you basically got a couple of shots in the face, and then your normal casters, your Haleys, your Sorshas, and such would just die. But now they can survive a bit better. So, do you want to try it? Yes, sir.
I'll give it a go. Knowing my luck, it will fall fall flat
Well,
on my face.
so you start with Madrak, and then go there and oh, and you can use Power Spell as well. That gives you 1 extra Fury, so you go to Fury 7. So you can
hmm
fully boost your spear, and then buy and fully boost the second spear, and then have the Impaler go. All right,
Okay.
so you do the Power Spell, and then you do the
I boost my first spear.
yep. You hit on 8. It hits.
Hit.
Do you have any effects on the spear? You don't. Oh, it's a power 14. Very nice. Power 14, I am armor 15, so it's dice -1, so you boost that.
Okay, I boost that.
So that's going to be 10 points. I'll spend a fury, transfer it to the Xer. I'll just put it into his 1. Okay, now you have a reload shot, and then you boost
Yep.
on an 8. You hit again, you boost, and that will be 3 points. I will take the 3, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm at 10 boxes. But still, now your Impaler can go. So for the Impaler to have the best effect, it would be better to aim with Snipe. Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. You're already in range. I
Yeah.
forgot, because the Impaler was range 8
I,
back in the day. But you are now, you can aim at Rat 6, Rat 8. You can aim, and let me say critical smite. It can be slammed, so you don't need to slam me if you don't want to.
no, but I am going to
Boost.
boost.
So you are aiming up to a Rat 8, hitting me on a
Yep.
7. Exactly
Yep.
hitting, perfect. It's a power 13, so it dice -2, so you boost that.
Yep.
And it is 10 points. I need to roll a tough check. I roll a tough, so I am knocked down and in 1 box. Fury on 1 box. But now I cannot roll any more toughs. So the Axor is too far away, but he can run to provide yeah, 10 inches
Yep.
like that. And then your
Actually,
Femblade.
I'm gonna activate his before I do that, I am going to spend a fury
Hmm.
to activate his anima, which
He,
is
his
gains
an
+2 speed and gains Pathfinder.
Yeah, if you want, then that one cost has a two cost, but then you can really run far. So you
Yep.
have a 3 inch positive charge is a 3 inch. It's an
Oh, is it?
enormous
Okay, hold on.
bubble, right? Positive charge is 3 inch, and
Three
now the fan
inches.
blade that was
I'm just going to try and move it closer so the Fen Blade has better access to the aura.
yeah, but it's 3 inches huge. So the fan blade, because with Vengeance move you disengage from melee, now can charge anywhere, and that's the key. Um, to the
Let's
game,
get
that
it.
basically you then have a free choice to do. And now the Femblade can charge my Femblades and end turn. No. So he charges in to Madrak, and then he will have uh, so basically you auto hit me because I am knocked down, and
Yeah.
the Femblade has a power 12, a power 14. Jarl has an armor 15, so you roll 3 dice, and you basically auto kill me. If you didn't do the positive charge and you rolled the triple ones, I would have survived because it's a power 12 against 15, and you know it's possible.
Yeah.
So basically that's it. That's how you play the game.
Okay.
But assassination is still on the table, and it is possible, but it takes a big chunk of
It takes more
resources.
effort.
And now, if just a moment.
No, I was saying like so you're saying like it takes more effort now, whereas before it
Well,
was like,
killing warlocks is the same,
yeah.
but warcasters, the focus is just you spend a focus, you subtract 5 damage. It does not transfer the whole damage, but the damage goes to nothing. While with hordes, your damage goes to your beasts completely. But it's for my part at least, I really don't see in most of my games a really good opportunity to assassinate. Usually it is hard attrition for an hour, hour and a half, and maybe if the attrition is going that well, the opponent needs to do more with his leader. They are called leaders now, um,
Hmm.
like a keyword, and then he spends more of his resources, gets himself weak, and then there is a chance to assassinate. But even then, sometimes people don't go for it because you can always fail on some stupid dice. So basically, that's it. That's it. Well, that's that's the gist of it in a small points game. And Steamroller 2024. It's a bit um, it's a bit strange now because we had so little. The armies were pretty small, so by just having to have some models score your things, they were not engaged in fighting. Your two strong models, the Axer and the Impaler, they did not kill much. They only killed the kit car. They could not do their things like they should be doing. But that's pretty much it. You just have zones, which is more similar to 40k than the old Warmachine. Uh,
Mm.
40k does these zones, these objectives around the table, if I remember correctly. And but here you cannot stand on them. In 40k, I think you can stand on them, and that's
And
basically.
in 40k, it's very dependent on the scenario because there will be some scenarios that say like if you're on it for a turn, you then capture it and then you can move on,
Mm,
or some armies will literally just have that as an ability.
mhm.
Um,
So
but
so you just go there, flip it, and then you can go
yeah,
and fight.
it can be like it. It kind of just depends on the scenario in question. Because
Oh,
like
I,
I've had games where what is it? I played one where I just sat on my objectives the entire game, and then there was another one where I basically just went around capturing my opponent's objectives while he tried to recapture mine.
hmm yeah.
Because I mean, oh, I think if I play again, my the if will be dependent on factions.
hmm
Because I mean, the current factions are